Johnny Domino was one of San Francisco's hottest young jazz musicians. But fate and a cosmic event were about to change his life forever. What the doctors told him seemed impossible.
John, your brain has managed to acquire the capacity to pick up certain frequencies like a radio.
But Doc, I'm only hearing bad stuff.
Yes, exactly. You're tuned to the frequency of evil.
Who said you?
Now, I'm on your side. A whole new line of super tools developed for super policemen. A belt, which enables him to overcome gravity. Fabrics, which are virtually bulletproof. A stealth mode, which makes him seem to disappear. A holographic display, which makes him appear to be where he ain't.
I'd find you here. Since when do college professors work the night shift?
Well, assistant professors hoping for tenure do their research when they can.
Give me a hug.
Who's your friend?
Oh, I couldn't resist it. For Maddie.
Ah, she's gonna love it.
Yep. How's she doing?
Not so good. She's back in the hospital. Another kidney infection. She's gonna need a transplant.
Oh, wow, that poor kid. I'll go by and see her in the morning.
She'd like that. You know, you've done so much for Maddie and me since Greg was...
Yeah, well, Greg was a good cop, honey.
Yeah.
Best rookie I ever trained. Well, I'll let you get back to work.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, Frank? Thanks for this and Maddie's present.
You tell her I'll come see her tomorrow morning.
You got it.
It's not working. She must have given us the wrong codes.
9!
Ich bekreis Feier, don't werde noch einmal Mund zu!
I'd listen to that 9 if I were you. Drop it! Drop it! Drop it! Gentlemen, I'm your worst nightmare. A heavily armed ex-cop with nervous fingers. Get over, get slow. Oh, get over! Let's go! Move it!
This happens again, I'll kill you myself.
How's that, my dear? What's the real code?
So you say the leader had either an Irish or a Scottish accent?
Or maybe South African. The others didn't say very much, and when they did, it was in German.
German? Great. Another segment of the melting pot heard from. Thanks for your time.
Will you let me off this thing? I've had worse hits than the 10 items or less checkout line.
Dad.
Yeah, Johnny, you're just in time. Would you tell these guys to release me?
Just keep doing what you're doing.
What happened?
You're becoming like a magnet for trouble.
Oh, listen to who's talking.
I'm serious, Dad. You can't keep trying to take on the world at your age.
At my age?
Hey, Johnny, cut him some slack. He saved my life tonight.
Oh, honey, you're wasting your time. He thinks he knows everything. I mean, he thinks he knows it before it happens.
Don't listen to him. You got hit on the head. Again. You okay?
Yeah, thanks to your father. He was my hero tonight.
He's my hero, too, but he just gets a little too much practice at it. Hey, listen, I'll see you at the hospital.
Well, you
okay?
better hurry. I won't be there.
Yeah, well, I'll be there.
Sorry, Professor, but I got a bunch of reporters over here frothing at the mouth. Wanted to ask you a few questions. Probably be best to feed them a few bones before they bite, huh?
Johnny, man, I just got here. How's Frank?
Cranky, stubborn, and ornery.
Oh, good. He's okay today.
Dr. Farrell, Karen White, KDOA News. What was taken from the lab?
Some seismology detection equipment.
Could it affect public safety?
Not unless it falls on you. It's pretty heavy.
Could this theft have anything to do with the man who's been predicting the earthquake?
I don't know what you're referring to.
Last night on your local telly, he's predicting another quake.
Well, I didn't see it, but I wouldn't take it too seriously. Despite all of our work, it's still impossible to predict an earthquake, and all the equipment was stolen is used for post-quake analysis only.
Yes, well, he seemed quite certain there'd be another quake at 8 o'clock tonight.
Well, I hope he's wrong. I got plans.
Okay, folks, that's it. This lady's been through enough for one night.
Yo, Johnny, what's up, man?
There's something wrong with that guy.
He looks okay to me, Johnny.
Go home, get some sleep.
All right, where do you want the equipment?
In the ocean.
Hey, man, it's worth thousands of dollars.
This is worth millions.
All right, dump it, the ocean, schnell!
That guy was lying about working for Skywatch in England.
So? Man, I got 10 bones that says that guy works for the tabloids. Them fellas lied just to keep in practice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, how's your dad?
Hi, he's doing okay. They want to keep him here a while to run some tests. Any new thoughts on why someone would steal your equipment?
Well, unless they were trying to start a rogue seismology lab, I've got no clue. I mean, there's no black market for it, so basically they stole about 2 tons worth of paperweights.
Anything else missing?
Data, I heard them downloading something from my computer.
What's in there?
Everything from world earthquake patterns to my little black book.
Oh, so it was all about the Earth moving.
Seriously, any of this potentially dangerous?
Only to my reputation. Listen, I gotta go. My daughter's gonna be waking up soon. Tell Frank I hope he feels better, okay?
Okay.
I think she digs me.
Thank you very much. We'll be back in 10.
He's in on center. He shoots. Save it, abuse. Rebound. They're scrambling for the puck. And he goes behind the net. And they clear the zone.
It's showtime. Don't touch that dial. And if you do, it don't matter. I'm on the next channel, too. I am Jubilee Jones, your human earthquake, here to entertain you until the real thing comes on. In just a few precious minutes. So let's make them count. This is my favorite oldie. Well, I'm slipping and a sliding, keeping and a hiding. Been told a long time ago. Slipping and a sliding, keeping and a hiding. Been told a long time ago. Baby, I'm a dog. You've been bold. I won't be your fool no more. Well,
what time is it? Say it straight up.
I couldn't dive into your dive. Is this the real one? Woo, I'm gone! Woo!
Charlie.
Hey, Johnny. How's the old man?
Good. He's getting out today.
Good.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
That's me, Jubilee. And I feel so good when I'm recognized.
I'm predicting that earthquake was really something. Not exactly a crowd pleaser, though.
I would love to take credit for it, but I was just reading cue cards. I didn't write them, and I don't even know who hired me. In fact, I don't know nothing about nothing.
Yeah, well, you were a walking encyclopedia last night.
Charlie, there's a good chance he's telling the truth.
What, you psychic too? Both of you should be bookies. Come on.
So you think his predicting that earthquake was a coincidence?
No. I'm just saying that he doesn't know anything more about it than we do. But we're gonna change all that.
Oh, no. Yeah, no mercy. Not even for cute little girls.
Sucker.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad.
Hey.
How you feeling?
Well, I'm terrible. This little shark is whooping me.
Maddie, are you using those marked checkers again?
How'd you know, Johnny?
I can read minds.
Hey, Maddie, honey. Dr. Carlson has some good news for you.
We found a donor, and you're going to get that new kidney tomorrow.
Yes! Oh, great, sweetheart.
All right.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, come on, baby. We gotta go. Dr. Carlson has to do some tests.
You better come back later and finish this game.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Do you call that a visit?
Megan, can I talk to you for a minute?
Oh, go ahead, Mom. But be careful. He reads minds.
Man, you must be thrilled.
Oh, we've been waiting for this day ever since her first kidney failed last year. So, what's on your mind?
Your stolen equipment and last night's earthquake.
The answer's no. Those machines could not have caused that earthquake.
Well, what about the stolen files?
Nothing directly relevant, unless one of the files does show major stress and slippage points on the major fault lines.
Meaning?
Meaning, yesterday's Timblr was of a slip strike variety. If someone wanted to cause one, those points would be where they would start.
What do you know about the earthquake so far?
The U.S. Geological Survey and the Army Corps of Engineers are still examining the epicenter of last night's earthquake.
What about the rumors that Jubilee Jones was able to predict this earthquake because he actually caused it?
There's no way that he could have caused an earthquake, much less that he did. That's why he's being released from custody today.
Well, looks like whoever sent the transmission was able to override the satellite downlink.
Can it be stopped from happening again?
Maybe, if we can figure out how and where they did it.
And the original broadcast?
No one knows of a previous broadcast.
Charles Hilliard, Skywatch News England. If it turns out this earthquake was caused, is there anything to prevent a repeat performance?
Yeah, we're called cops. If there's someone out there that caused it, we'll find him.
That's our man. Mr. Hilliard.
Did I know you?
I saw you at the university the other day. Can we talk?
Sorry, I'm coming up on deadline.
You said you saw Jubilee Jones predict the earthquake a few nights ago? Yeah, I can't find anyone else who's seen that broadcast.
I stumbled across it on one of those horrible UHF snow channels. Excuse me. Good afternoon.
Well, he's got an answer for everything, doesn't he?
It all lies.
Let's go. He's the key to this whole thing. Hey, hey, out of the way! Move!
Maybe you should wear that anti-gravity belt all the time, huh? What's going on?
The city's top mover and shaker is back.
By the way, I've just been assured that there will be no more earthquakes. That other one was just a coincidence. In fact, I'll prove it. Watch. Come on! Won't you shake, baby, shake. Shake, baby. Shake. Everybody shake. Come on, baby. Oh.
Bravo, Mr. Domino. Brave of you to play to an empty room. You have quite a talent.
So do you. For disappearing.
But I'm here now, aren't I?
Yeah, the question is why? When the rest of the city's over there watching the telecast.
Maybe I just like good music. Do you have a problem with that?
The problem is you keep coming up with new information on earthquakes.
Perhaps I'm just a good reporter.
And perhaps you already know what's going to be said on that broadcast.
Actually, I do have a psychic ability. And I have a strong impression another earthquake's about to happen. That's why I drink my martinis. Shaken, not stirred.
We're making a whole lot of shaking going on. Everybody wants to shake. Shake, baby, shake. Shake. Everybody shake. Baby, shake. We're making a whole lot of shaking going on. Hey. See that? No problem. And now Jubilee has a special mystery guest.
Johnny, you better hear this.
He's so special, even Jubilee doesn't know who he is.
Residents of the Bay City, I'm giving your city 48 hours to come up with $100 million. If you fail to do so by Wednesday at 7 p.m., I will unleash an earthquake so devastating that it will destroy your city.
What that man saying? He ain't talking about more earthquake, is he?
To show you how deadly serious I am.
Look out now! The gig is over!
God help you all.
Hey, man, he's getting away.
He wants me to follow him. It's a trap.
Well, you're not gonna go after him?
No. You are.
Say what? Friends.
Hey, Johnny.
That's not him.
Los. Hey, you fellas know how to get back to Union Square?
Looking for someone?
Looks like I'm mad. What are you?
Angry.
Raleigh, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good, but he's getting away, man.
No, he isn't. I know where he's going.
The second earthquake to rock the city in as many days is too much for residents to ignore. They are afraid, and who can blame them? And adding to this growing sense of panic is the bizarre impact of entertainer Jubilee Jones and the mystery extortionist who claims the ability to start earthquakes. But can you really hold a whole city hostage? Mayor Booker today insisted that she would stay the course.
All right. The civilized world has learned that giving in to terrorism only promotes more terrorism. We will give millions for defense, but not one penny for extortion. Besides, the police are making excellent progress. Thank you. Excuse me.
Oh, you are? What'd you expect her to say? Our investigation's deader than your love life. Oh, well, that shows how much you know. As a matter of fact, I'm on my way to a date right now. See ya.
Dan here. Where?
Okay, what's so important that you can only tell me in person?
I think I have your answers to your earthquake troubles. It's aboard that freighter.
And how do you know that? No, let me guess. This is another one of Frank's unofficial quasi-legal police investigations, isn't it?
It's something like that. But he did get his head cracked on this one. So what do you think? It's worth a look?
Need to get a warrant first.
Thanks.
Yeah, see? That's the detective who was on TV with you. Police are already here.
Good. We can make use of them.
You don't mind if I tag along on this one? For Dad's sake.
Just don't mention it to anybody. In this life or the next. You are the prettiest little thing I ever did see.
Sorry, Frank. You can't pick up a discard. A card laid is a card played.
Oh, sure, I know that.
Jim.
Do you know how to play poker?
My favorite is 7 card. Low Chicago, roll your own.
Never mind. What's the matter, baby? Okay? Look, why don't you get a little rest? I'll go grab a cup of coffee.
But it's not fair.
I know it's not. If you want me to tell her...
No. I'll do it.
What are you talking? What's the matter?
Maddie's been passed over for a transplant.
What are you talking about?
Apparently, some kind of change in the assessment profiles moved another candidate ahead of Madison.
Well, I better go break the news.
Excuse me.
Hey, wait a minute. What is all this assessment profile mumbo-jumbo? What does that mean?
It's a rating system made up of a number of categories like general health, immediacy of need.
And who does all this rating? Who does that?
A committee led by Dr. Henry Boone, director of the Bay City Organ Foundation.
So he bumped Maddie off the list the day of her surgery. Why?
I don't know why. Patient privacy laws are very strict.
I don't know. How can one kid just jump ahead of another one like that?
Maddie's not on the children's list. Her condition requires an adult kidney centrally positioned to take over the work of both her failing ones.
Are you telling me it was an adult who pushed ahead of her? This doesn't add up to me, doctor. You're telling me that you don't know who's getting this kidney. You tell me you don't know why. Just what the hell else don't you know, doctor?
I don't know why it happened once in my first 10 years here, and I don't know why it happened 3 times in the last 8 months. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Dr. Boone, I'd like a word with you.
About what?
About a very sick little girl who just got bumped off your transplant list.
I'm afraid you'll have to make an appointment.
Yeah, well, I tried that, but your staff threatened to call security.
Well, you should have taken the hint.
What the hell's going on, Doctor?
Who are you?
Police Lieutenant Frank Dominus, retired. But I've still got friends in the department if you'd like to make this an official inquiry.
What would you like to know?
I'd like to know why you bumped Maddie Farrell off the top of the kidney recipient list.
Because another patient of mine suddenly developed a more critical need.
Yeah, well, I'd like to check into that.
I'm sorry, but all medical records are confidential unless you have a court order. Do you?
Not yet.
Well, don't come back until you do.
Freeze! Nobody move. Where are the others?
English. 9.
Sprechen Sie? I'm shocked. Get out of here. Take these two up top. Get them out of here now. Get them out of here.
Let's go.
Charlie, check this out.
What do you got?
Research data stolen from Megan Farrell. See his initials, BUSD, Bay University Seismology.
This is what they're using to trigger the quakes.
Yeah. The epicenters of the first two match up with these red dots.
Yeah, but the big question is predicting where the next one's gonna be. Well, what do we got here? Some weighs a ton. What else is this?
Wonder who their tailor is. Unless these guys are shopping at the Chernobyl gift shop, we got big problems.
Get out of here.
Explosive devices, high radiation level.
Nuclear bomb seeds.
Even a small device. Detonate on one of those major pressure points, you better have good earthquake insurance.
You're talking nonsense. I cannot pay out $100 million based on some old commie field manual and a couple of radioactive suits.
That's just for starters. Interpol says that the two men we captured, they may have ties to an international crime cartel.
May have. It's not proof.
Mayor, we should at least alert the public to the possible dangers. People have a right to know.
Yeah, and scare the hell out of them.
You think losing $100 million is politically incorrect? Try losing 100,000 lives.
Getting a little melodramatic, aren't we?
Mayor, Colonel Stratton is back.
Send him in. Army Corps of Engineers.
Afraid I've got some bad news, Mayor. We confirmed several deep holes drilled at every location marked on that computer chart.
Any test positive for radiation?
That's the worst news. They all did.
You realize, of course, that this is totally illegal.
I thought you said it was public record.
Now, the Foundation's financial statements are. Dr. Boone's aren't.
Oh, well, I must have missed that class at the academy. Maddie's life is on the line. Now, if you don't want to help...
Dad, he didn't say that.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't say that. Besides, we're in. Now, when did you say the other two recipients were denied transplants?
Dr. Carlson said January and April.
Okay, January. Look at this. Dr. Boone. His net worth jumped to $500,000 in January.
What about April?
April. It's coming up. There it is. Another $500,000.
I knew it. I'm going to take that guy's head off.
Oh, Frank, security is not going to let you within a block of Dr. Boone.
What other chances that kid got?
Someone has to convince Dr. Boone. Someone very persuasive. Dr. Boone!
Who's there?
Who are you? Let's talk about Maddie Farrell's kidney.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You illegally sold organs in January and in April to buy things like this. And it's not even that reliable. Paint doesn't hold up.
Whoa!
The stereo's a joke. Workmanship is shoddy.
Please, stop!
Make the call. Make the call.
Wow! Hello, this is Dr. Boone. There was an error in the kidney shipment to Saudi Arabia. I want you to reroute it to the original recipient, Madison Farrell, and call her doctor. Don't argue with me. Do it. Do it now. Quickly.
Don't make me come back. Next time, no more Mr. Nice Guy.
Everything's going to be okay. I know it's hard to move so far away at the last minute, but Dr. Carlson is still in charge. The mayor just wanted everyone to leave Bay City.
In case the big one hits.
Yeah.
I know. I just wish Frank was here.
Why? You getting loan gambling money? Hi, honey.
Oh, thank you. Johnny told me how hard you worked to get Maddie back on the list. You'll never know.
Will you stop? I just want another chance to win my money back.
Sorry, Frank. It'll never happen.
National Guard troops are patrolling city streets to prevent looting. Meanwhile, arteries leading out of town are jammed. Downtown Bay City is all but a ghost town.
We're almost there.
Look at you up here with the Nero act, playing while the city goes down the tubes. Man, you need to be packing to get out of here.
It's too easy.
What do you mean, it's too easy?
Why would this extortionist threaten to kill thousands of people and set a deadline that he knows will allow the city to be evacuated?
He expects the mayor to cave and give him the money.
When Charlie and I walked into his hideout, he had plans for an act of nuclear terrorism sitting right on his computer screen.
Served up on a silver platter.
Exactly. Just like when he came to the club to try to set me up.
Attention, all personnel, evacuate Sector D immediately.
That's it. They're pulling everyone out of this area. Everyone take your places.
Was alles Platz? Schnell!
Let's go, let's go!
Ready.
What do you see down there?
A lot of nothing.
Empty streets, empty buildings. I think that's what he wants. And he's using Charlie and me to spread the alarm.
So, the nuclear threat was just a hoax to clear the town. Look, even if you are right, who in their right mind is going to risk hanging around at ground zero to prove it?
Fun.
Yeah. What do you got?
Okay. Got an alarm on 6th Street.
On my way.
Schnell, schnell, meine Herren! Mut, sehr gut, sehr gut! Mach schnell, mach schnell, mach schnell! Jetzt geht der Spaß los, ja? Schnell, sehr gut! Schnell, schnell! 1, 2, get the gun in the back room! Schnell! Very good! Money in the hole! Schnell, schnell, quickly!
Yeah. What do you got?
Place called Hard Asset Management Company. Online business registry says, oh man, it's the largest private gold storage facility on the West Coast. It's on the east side of town. I'll get an exact location.
Heading east, Raleigh.
Schnell, schnell, schnell! Wir haben keine Zeit, give it back. Finish the gold coins. Very good. A little bit more, very good, gentlemen. Very good. Move, move, move!
Sixth Street, coming up.
Time's up, let's go!
Hey, we got 30 seconds to 0 hour. You get out of that tunnel.
There isn't going to be another quake. It was a trick to get everyone out of the city.
Right. And I have every bit of confidence in your analysis, however. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We made it. You were right. All right, we're gonna make it.
Raleigh, find out where the last military convoys are.
Okay, kill the lights in the next curve. The turnoff's coming up.
Raleigh, they just turned east on a side road, heading south on 47 Junction.
Let's get everything transferred! Schnell, schnell! Sehr gut! Mach schnell, mach schnell! Sehr gut, meine Herren. Schnell! Raus!
Raleigh, they just moved the money to a semi. I'll stay with them.
Let them get a good distance away.
Don't worry. Everything is under control.
They'll come off quite well, didn't they? Nothing like planning in military precision.
In other words, you love the smell of gold in the morning. It smells like victory. There was a whole lot of shaking going on.
Yes. Going my way? You rest. I'll drive.
6.
Mrs. Farrell, everything went just fine.
Oh.
Maddie's already in recovery.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Besides, I think I had less to do with this one's success than your friend here.
Thanks, Doc.
My pleasure.
Live from the House of Soul, Johnny Domino and Jubilee Jones.